So a big round of applause for our second half and Vanessa, the reunion.
So when I was a teenager, I lived in Montreal with my mother, and every Friday she used to leave me for the weekend. She was going to meet her son and her partner, leaving me to my own devices. Now I loved to dance, and I would close bars and go home at 3 a.m., sometimes with a lover. And I would always choose to go sleep in her bedroom because, of course, her bed was double as mine, and I thought it was way more practical, even if she told me over and over again that she didn't want to do that, and I was violating her intimacy. I was a teenager, and it was like, yeah, right. So a few years back, I needed to take some distance with my mom. And so now when I go back to Quebec, I stay at my dad, even though she lives in the apartment right downstairs. Now you have to know that I've been single for about 5 years now, and all along wishing like the long-lasting relationship coming my way, doing the OkCupid thing, and getting a love coach, and putting up a vision board to no avail. So it's it's July. I'm driving back to Sherbrooke, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to strike the Faustian deal. A white knight will do. So I'm on my way to see my favorite French band. They're very political. They're kind of older. So the crowd was just the same. And of course, the first blonde dude that turns around and smiles. I'm like, ce mignon-là, c'est pour mon lit. And sure enough, he comes back and says, Mademoiselle, can I give you a compliment? And I'm like, bring it on. And he says, great line, you have magnificent eyes. So he said magnifique because he's French, not like you think I'm French, but like he's really from France. And that night, it's exotic enough for me. So I go back into my old habits and bring him home to my dad's, except the dad was at the concert as well, and so he was wide awake, and it was no way that I was making love right next to his bedroom. But my mom was away for the week visiting my sister, and so I go and snatch the keys to go to her apartment, not without like a moment of embarrassment, like, oh my God, am I gonna do this again? But, scruples melt away under the French kisses. And so be careful what you wish for, because in the morning, my Frenchman is gone. And I decide to go and finish my night in my own bed. Of course, for this glorious night, I had been menstruating. There was blood all over the sheets. And so the first thing that I had to do that morning was to do a load of laundry. So I go back downstairs, and I arrive to open the door, and the door is locked. And I'm like, oh my God. And I can see the keys right on the table, right next to my bras. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I'm thinking, okay, so is there windows that are open? Do I know my mom's friend that might have a spare key? And I'm like, no, I know that the only way out is in. I gotta face it, and I have to call my mom. So I brace myself, thinking, okay, she might have a righteous anger, because after all, I had been adding insult to injury, like not wanting to talk to her, yet still using her bed. And so I called, and I said, "Allô, maman?" And she says, "Oui, ma chérie," as if I had been calling every day for the last years. And so we just started laughing, and she told me where her spare key was hiding.